Think insurance is boring? Think again. Many experts say that insurance is the most powerful industry on the planet. So join us and discover why the QuotersCast is making insurance super cool. So my guest today is Dr. Simon Duan, and he is the founder of and CEO of Metacomputics Labs, which studies metaconsciousness and individual consciousness and simulation hypothesis. You hold a PhD in material science from Cambridge University, and you were born in China and moved to the UK in the 1980s. And this is my favorite part, is that you have a very strong interest in the paranormal, and you used to be the vice president of the Chinese Parapsychology Association.
That's correct.
So This is all very interesting. So give us a little background and how it led up to you doing the work you're doing today.
Well, I'm supposed to be a materialist. I did my PhD in material science, and but I happened to encounter some paranormal phenomena, and which triggered my curiosity. So I spent a lot of my spare time study paranormals, parapsychologists, and which puzzled me a lot. I encountered so many phenomena I couldn't explain with material science. So I have been trying to find,
Can you tell us what the experience was?
All sorts. I mean, all sorts, including physical, chemical, biological, phenomenological, energetic, informational, all sorts of phenomena. And in the last 20 years, I spent a fair amount of time in China. And so I got involved in the paranormal research circle. So we have annual conferences and we discuss those phenomena. And you ask what I have been encountered. I actually started with encounter a kind of witch doctor, which took my wisdom tooth out with no efforts. And one time I was traveling in China on business. My wisdom tooth started to play up. And then a friend of mine recommended to see this doctor. And he just took the tooth out with no anesthetic, no blood clot injection. And he just took them out with tweezers. And
wow. How did you feel? Did you feel pain?
I felt some uncomfortable, but nothing major. It's not that much pain. And then we went to lunch together. And then I asked him, well, what did you do to me? And he said, actually, I have a incantation, like a mantra. Like a 5-syllable incantation. And that gave me the power to take teeth out with no effort. So it's kind of a witch doctor, I suppose.
Well, that's amazing. Now, how does that play into the work that you do with Metacomputics Labs? Or is there a connection?
Oh yeah, this triggered my interest, triggered my curiosity. Okay. And since that, I spent a lot of time looking for those weird phenomena, actually, weird people. Okay. And I encountered all sorts of things.
Tell us more. Yeah, more. Tell us about some experiences. Yes.
Well, I encountered people who can actually manifest herbal medicine from thin air. Yeah.
Really?
It appears in their hands.
Please tell us. You got to tell us what happened. That's magic.
Yeah. It's. I saw those people. A lady who can actually airport herbal medicine from thin air. Yeah.
And how did that? Take us through how you met her and what you said and how it appeared. How did that go?
Because I got involved in the paranormal research circle, we have gatherings. We invite those people, psychic people, to
Okay.
the conference and to do demonstrations of various phenomena. And this lady, she can also germinate seeds, in her hands. So you have, for example, you have a peanut seeds,
Mm-hmm.
she can put her hands, and within 10 minutes, you have small shoots coming out.
So what does she do? Does she cover her hands or?
She cover her hands.
So were you afraid that it might be a hoax or some type of trick?
There's always a possibility of that,
Right.
but we have studied her extensively in the lab condition. So she actually can manage to teach other people, especially children. Yeah.
Oh.
And so one summer holiday, I brought my daughter to her, and she was teaching some kids. And my daughter managed to manifest a small herbal medicine in her hand as well.
How old? Really? How old was she, and how long ago was that?
She was 16. She was 16 at that time. Yeah, but younger children even easier. Yeah. So I don't think my daughter is trying to cheat me.
Okay.
But she can do all sorts of things. She can do the photography. She can project the image in her mind into camera. Yeah. So you have photos in your camera without open the shutter. This kind of thing is called high strangeness. Phenomena is a high strangeness, and people refuse to believe them. I couldn't believe it until I encountered them personally.
Right.
And also teleportation. One gentleman, he can teleport money.
Where can I sign up? Where can I sign up? No.
One time we actually locked him up in the lab, and we stripped him out completely.
Right.
Even without underwear, we locked him up.
Really? And so where did he send the money?
He actually can get money from somewhere.
But where did it end up? After you stripped him, where did it end up?
Oh, he can get money from somewhere, but he couldn't spend it. He said he couldn't spend it. So in a few days, the money will disappear again.
Okay, let me get this straight. You stripped somebody naked and locked him in a room. He manifested some money. Banknotes, yes. Banknotes, yes. He manifested it and then couldn't spend it, and then it disappeared.
That's right. Yeah, within a few days. He said he's not allowed to spend it.
Who tells him he can't?
It's like a borrowed money.
Well, it almost sounds like a hologram, a little bit.
Yeah. That's one of the explanations. So all those phenomena made me wonder what's going on. How can this happen? Yeah. So
yes. Yeah. So wow, this is really interesting. So how did this lead into Metacomputics lab? Because you talk about the meta consciousness, you talk about it connecting with individual consciousness, and also the simulation hypothesis, which is really building these days. And you also,
yes, that's right.
Yeah, let's do that first, and then I have another question.
That's right. Yeah, the simulation hypothesis is one way I can explain those phenomena.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because if the universe, if the cosmos is a simulation, and then if you can get into the program, then you can change the program, alter the program, and then the output which is everything in the universe, can change.
Right.
Yeah. So you can actually, like hack into the system, you can actually change it. And so that's one way I explain it. Simulation hypothesis is not new. I mean, this has been proposed since 1969.
Yes.
Yeah. And in recent years, and especially since the movie Matrix, many people actually take this as a major interest.
Yes.
More and more people are getting into this hypothesis.
Yeah.
So it's not new. What's new is that I kind of hypothesis that this computer is not physical. It's transcendental. Yeah, it's beyond the physical. So normally when people talk about simulation hypothesis, they think it's a computer made by the future generations. Yeah, future advanced civilizations. They want to simulate their ancestors. That's how they end up with this reality. This reality is supposed to be simulated by our advanced offsprings in the far, far future.
Okay.
Yeah, and but I don't think that's a feasible hypothesis. I think if you want to simulate this universe, this computer has to be outside this universe. So it has to be a transcendental computer. Okay, if it's a transcendental, I actually located in the Platonic realm. You know Plato, and he hypothesizes that there's a Platonic realm of forms, which is non-physical, which is transcendental. So my hypothesis is that this computer is transcendental, and it's in the Platonic realm. And this computer, because it's not material, it cannot be made by silicon, like what our computer now is. Yeah, it's actually made by consciousness. Yeah.
All right.
So the consciousness actually digitalizes itself into binary. Yeah, and using the binary, you can build a non-physical transcendental computer, and that computer renders the universe.
So are you saying we're basically sort of living in a video game or something? Is a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's not a little bit. Yeah, it's actually it's the best explanation of the reality.
Wow.
Yeah. And the physical reality appear to be physical because it's programmed to be physical. It uses a physics engine to render this reality. That's why it becomes behave as though it's a physical. Yeah. In other realities, like in dreams, like in psychedelic situation, the reality is as real as this physical reality. But because they are not physical, we don't think they are real. But they are the same. Both are virtual reality rendered by this computer.
Okay. So how do you explain when you get cut, it hurts and the pain? And if we're just a hologram or energy, how do you explain that?
Well, the pain is another program. Yeah. And the cut is another program. Yeah. So all those programs, one trigger another. Yeah. So yeah, the cutting is one program. Now this cutting trigger another program, which make you experience pain. Yeah. It's all program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say hack into it, is that a little bit like the law of attraction, that kind of thing?
Not exactly. Law of attraction I think it's still phenomenological. It's kind of superficial. Yeah.
Right.
It's still operating at the material level, I think. But the fundamental reality is what's behind this physical reality, which is the engine which renders this reality. So the engine and the associated program is the basic reality, whereas others are just rendered virtual reality. Yeah, including your body, including the cut, including the pain you feel. Yeah, it's all rendered.
Yeah. Okay, so this almost sounds like you're getting into the realm of transhumanism a little bit.
Yes, yeah, because in this reality, we actually exist in multi-levels. Yeah, this cosmos is not only this physical reality. There's many levels realities.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the multi-universe, multiverse, then there's many levels which are non-physical. Yes. As I just mentioned, in dreams, in meditation, some people can meditate, then can get into another realm. And some people experience another reality when they experience near death. Some people die and they come back. Yeah. And they experience another reality. Those are parallel realities. And we actually exist in all levels, like a Russian doll, like a nested Russian dolls.
Right.
Yeah. Normally, we only experience this physical reality. Yeah. But the other levels of reality, we keep them dormant. They are not activated. Yeah. So you're talking about the transhuman. Transhuman is actually awakening or activation of other levels human. So you become a multi-level human species. Yeah. Okay. When that happens, you have an ability to kind of interact with the computer, which renders this reality.
Okay. All right. This is a little mind-blowing. So, now when we initially spoke through messaging, you mentioned that this would have huge implications on the insurance industry. And so can you speak to that? Because this does sound really the transhumanism part and a lot of what we see in society and our technology and getting hooked up to it. How do you see it going for insurance?
Well, if the reality, including ourselves, is rendered by this engine, which is in the Platonic realm, and then our life actually can be simulated. Yeah. So because it's the database already contains everything about us. Yeah. What we have been doing throughout the life, what we will be doing in the future.
Okay, so how do you see the underwriting going on a life insurance policy then?
So there's a database, containing all the real data about each one of us. Yeah, it's not like the superficial data which you get by the insurance company. Insurance company will have some data about you. Yeah,
right.
About
they have a lot actually.
Lot data about us, but they are still superficial data. There's another layer of data which are more accurate. Yeah, if you can access the computer which actually rendered us, then you can use that data to make simulations about your future, not only your past, but also future.
Right.
Yeah. And this isn't new, actually. I mean, astrology do some of this. Yeah.
Right.
And, but not very accurate.
Right.
I Ching does this also. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. So in I Ching, you actually get a binary. You have a trigram. Trigram contains yin and yang, and they are binaries, basically. Okay. Basically, they are output of a computer, because computer operates in a binary. And therefore, that's already a crude way of accessing this computer. Yeah. But what we are doing is actually to make a process control more accurate for divination. Yeah. So make the astrology, I Ching divination become a scientific technology. So you access this database, you do the simulation, and you have process control by each steps. Therefore, the result is going to be accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
And depends how well you carry out this practice, divination practice. You will have a better idea about whether you are going to have a critical illness. Yeah. How long are you going to live?
Okay.
What major events or accidents going to happen to you? And those kind of information is very important.
Yes.
Yeah, for your clients. If you're working for customers, and if they know they are going to have an accident. Yeah, so the implication can be immense.
Wow. Yeah. And so how near in our future do you see this starting to take over and really taking hold of our lives?
I don't think it happens very quickly because we are dominated by materialism. Materialism. Okay. Right. Very few people actually believe anything about this.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
And we are educated by materialist science.
Right.
So all those are treated as a superstition. Even I Ching is 3,500 years old. It has been practiced for so long. But most people take it as a joke.
Yeah.
They just play with it, yeah? Right. And they have a reading and they maybe laugh at it. But yeah, it's fair to laugh at it because they don't really have the connection with the computer.
Right.
To have an accurate output, you need to have a good interaction, good connection with this rendering engine.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. People don't actually. Therefore, that result is not accurate anyway. They just take it as a joke. Yeah. But there are people who can connect really well with this computer in the altered state of consciousness. And therefore, those kind of people can simulate people's future very accurately.
Wow. Okay, so what does your Metacomputics Labs, what does it do? Is it a service? Do you have a product? What do you hope to gain and what do you have to offer people with it?
Well, mainly we are doing theoretical research. And we try to model this universe with Metacomputics model.
To what end?
Well, we want to explain about the universe, everything about the universe. Okay. We want to explain everything, including how the consciousness is manifested. Yeah, because science cannot really, materialist science cannot really explain consciousness. Okay. So our task is really explain how consciousness working and how consciousness manifested into this material reality. But when this theory is established, there are going to be many applications.
Yes.
Okay. So divination, forecasting is one of those applications.
Okay.
Yeah. And we develop alternative medicines or alternative medication, alternative healthcare. Yeah. Because illness is also a manifestation. It's also a rendering. Yeah. So if you can look after your non-material body better,
right,
or you can fix some bugs in the program, right, then your physical body will be healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been meditating for a long time and I understand a lot of what you say. And I think there are quite a few people who appreciate what you're saying. why are not more of us doing it better, manifesting better? Because I think a lot of people do appreciate the understanding that energy, everything starts in energy.
Yeah.
And that there is a process to manifesting that. Why don't more of us do it better?
I think we are here actually to experience ignorance mainly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very few people are interested in knowing the reality. Okay. Yeah. And their main purpose is actually experience what ignorance is like. This planet is for. Yeah. We are here to experience suffering from ignorance, hardship, right. Obstacles, difficulties, right. And war, right. Conflict. That's right. What we are here for. Therefore, very few people actually, maybe you are one of those exceptions. You actually meditate. You want to find more truth. Yeah. But not many people, even those who are on so-called spiritual journey, they are not very clear what's going on. Yeah. With this theory, we actually can build a roadmap. Yeah. And we can be very clear who we are, actually. We are not just this physical body.
Right.
We are multi-level species. Like I said, it's like a Russian doll. At the end, we are the matter consciousness.
Yes. So does that mean you believe in God?
We ourselves are God.
Okay.
Each one of us, eventually, at the top, we are one. We are one with God.
And so how does that work if there's an actual computer running all this?
Computer is the tool God uses to create this universe. Yeah. So with this model, it's no longer a mystery. It's no longer a myth. It's actually a science. Yeah. So the consciousness digitalize itself into binary and build a computer. And the computer, you program the computer, then you generate multi-levels of reality. And this physical reality is only one of the levels of reality. And this reality, we are here to experience all sorts of different things. Some happiness, some bitterness, right. Some hardship, right. Some confusing, some ignorance. And this makes the creation colorful.
Right. Yeah. Well, Dr. Duan, I unfortunately we're coming to the end of our time here, but this has been really fascinating. I wish you well. Where can we send people when they see this and they want to check out more of your work? Where's the best places to get you?
Yeah, my website, Metacomputing Labs.
Yeah. Okay.
.com. Right. So from there, we have some information. We have some publications. There's also including the website. It's my YouTube channel. Okay. A lot of lectures, so people can get into that. And also, if they are interested in consultation about divination, before they decide whether they want to have insurance, for example. So some people over-insure, some under-insure, okay? If they have a better idea what's going to happen to them, they can make a much better decision.
And they can come to you to find that out?
Yes, they can.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Well, thank you. You've been a wonderful surprise. And
all right.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right.
Have a wonderful night. You too. Bye, Simon.